The 1980s. Reagan was in the White House, Springsteen was on every radio across the country, and Rocky Balboa was still battling at the box office. Boxing was seeing its biggest resurgence since the days of Muhammad Ali. It was the era of titans: Tyson, Holyfield, Morrison, and the scrapper from New Jersey, Bobby Czyz. Only a senior in high school, Bobby made his pro debut in the spring of 1980. Bobby was not what you'd expect for a boxer, even calling himself the antithesis of the stereotypical fighter. In Orange, New Jersey, Czyz was challenged on the streets, but not in the classroom, causing his family to move to Wanacue for academic reasons. Bobby graduated 6th in his class and was offered 4 pre-med scholarships, as well as an appointment to West Point. So why would someone who doesn't need to fight decide to go into the violent world of boxing? That answer could be found in Czyz's childhood. Bobby, along with his younger brothers Vincent and Anthony, were very often the victim of their father's wrath. Robert Czyz Sr. wanted his sons to be the best of the best, both academically and physically. His father wanted more than anything for his son to become a world champion, a dream he had for himself that would never come to fruition. Czyz knew at the early age of 10 that boxing would be his pathway to fame.
They let me spar for the first time. It was a little blur, but when the bell rang, I stopped. The entire gym had stopped what they were doing and gave me a standing ovation. That day, I believed I was special.
It wasn't just fame that pushed Bobby into boxing, but the idea of immortality.
If I become a world champion, I'm in the history books forever forward. Long after my death, I'm immortal. And I want to be, in my own way, immortal.
According to his father, he wanted to shape Bobby into someone who could overcome any obstacle. And to make sure that Bobby would achieve his goals, he would often beat this into him, molding his son into something stronger and tougher. And Bobby didn't disappoint. Racking up a string of wins and defeating his opponents in spectacular fashion, he would rise to fame, becoming the golden boy of boxing. With his matinee idol looks and articulate way of speaking, Bobby Czyz was made for the limelight. The stardom came quick, and with it came money, women, cars, and all the trappings of fame. And with the highs come the lows. And in the summer of 1983, Bobby would be hit with the biggest blow of his life. Tired of being controlled by his father, Bobby told him that he could take care of the family by himself and no longer needed him. During the argument, Bobby exclaimed, "I've got a mother, 2 brothers, and a sister. You're dead to me. I have no father." On the morning of June 12th, Bobby would find his father, Robert Czyz Sr., dead, the victim of a suicide. Devastated, Bobby's life began to unravel. He was now drinking heavily and had lost the desire to fight. It seemed his life and career had come to an end. Until the day Bobby knew that this downward spiral had gone on for too long, and this was not what the young fighter had envisioned for himself. Only days later, he was back in the gym. Bobby returned to the ring determined, working his way through the light heavyweight division. With each fight, the possibility of becoming a world champion grew closer. By 1986, Bobby would get his shot at the title against the undefeated Yugoslavian Slobodan Kačar. Stepping into the ring, decked out in a red, white, and blue tuxedo, Bobby had come a long way from fighting in Totowa, New Jersey. The Las Vegas arena, packed with stars such as Schwarzenegger, Mr. T, and Sylvester Stallone, who, when asked by Bobby, "What do you think of the outfit?" replied, "The boots are a bit much." On September 6, 1986, Bobby's fate would be decided. Everything he had worked for could be achieved or lost in one night.
Can he win the championship? So it looks like Bobby Czyz can become the new champion. And Kačar, remember, unbeaten. He can't cope with this. It's never happened to him before. Not this constant pressure.
The fight went as Czyz expected. An overwhelming victory over the champion. At the young age of 24, after 14 years of training and dedication, Bobby Czyz had finally achieved his dream, a world championship title, securing his name forever in the record books.
Looking back on it all, was it worth it?
Hell yes.